All right, scholars, today we're going to be working on this book. The title is Red, a Crayon Story. So go ahead and write that down on your paper. Make sure you have your name at the top. And today is the 8th, I think. Okay, so now we're going to preview what we think this story might be about. So I know the title is Red, a Crayon Story. And then I'm seeing this book has some blue crayon scribbles all over it on the front and on the back. So I'm a little confused that the title is Red. So what do we think this book might be about? So I think this book will be about, I'm just going to put this book will be about crayons. Because I think that's because the front cover has crayon on it. You could have the same answer here as me, or you could come up with your own, whatever you think this book might be about based off of what you see on the cover. Okay? Let's go ahead and get started reading and see if we're right about what it's going to be about. He was red. Oh, so I'm noticing that this has a red wrapper, but I notice that the color is not red, that's blue. That's very strange. Okay. How do you see this? Can you see this? Okay. But he wasn't very good at it. Oh dear. His teacher thought he needed more practice. I'll draw a red strawberry. Then you draw a red strawberry. You can do this, really. But he couldn't, really. Like this? Oh my, let's try again. His mother thought he needed to mix with other colors. Why don't you go out and draw a nice round orange? A really big one. A really orange one. But they made a big greenish one. Yuck. Oops. All right, let's go ahead and pause here and write down some of our characters. So we have the red crayon. And we have the teacher crayon. And we have the mom crayon. So any one of these three are okay to have. And then what do we see about these? Like, think of inner traits, outer traits. Remember, inner traits are things on the inside by the way that they act. And outer traits are things on the outside that we can see. So red crayon is actually a blue, right? And then the teacher crayon, she seems like she's helpful, right? She's a helpful crayon. And mom crayon seems helpful too. So those are inner traits, helpful for teacher and mom. And blue is an outer trait. So I want you to come up with an inner trait for the red crayon, and then an outer trait for teacher and an outer trait for mom. Now this one's a little tricky. The setting of this story, what is the setting? It's where the story takes place, okay? So I'm not really sure. I think he's got a teacher, right? So I think maybe this is taking place at school. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happens next. So his grandparents thought he wasn't warm enough. Your class is making self-portraits for parents' night. Wear this warm red scarf. Nice, it's so you. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. The grandparents are silver and gray. But it so wasn't. Here's Goldie, here's teal, here's purple, red, up. It is not red, is it? It is blue. Orange, green. Oh dear me. Everyone seemed to have something to say. Sometimes I wonder if he's really red at all. Don't be silly. It says red on his label. He came that way from the factory. Frankly, I don't think he's very bright. Well, I think he's lazy. Right, he's got to press harder. Really apply himself. Give him time. He'll catch on. Of course he will. So let's make a prediction right here. So what do you think might happen next? So let's think. What has happened in the story? And something I think might happen next is, so red colors blue has happened in the story. So make sure yours looks like mine. You need to copy this down onto your paper. So I'm going to read it out for you. If you need to pause it, rewind it, whatever you need to do to make sure that you have this in this spot. Because if you do not have this, your answer here is going to be wrong. And this answer will be wrong. So make sure you're copying what I have here. Red colors blue. R-E-D. Red colors C-O-L-O-R-S. Blue. B-L-U-E. Red colors blue has happened. So something I think might happen next is all these colors are talking about what they think is the problem. What do you think might happen next? What he didn't catch on. Green frog, black sheep, brown cow, red ack. That is a blue ant. All the art supplies wanted to help. The masking tape thought he was broken inside. This will help hold you together. The scissors thought his label was too tight. One snip should do it. I thought he wasn't sharp enough. Stay still now. But even with all the help and all his hard work, he just couldn't get the hang of it. One day he met a new friend. Will you make a blue ocean for my boat? I can't, I'm red. Will you try? So he did. Thank you, it's perfect. You're welcome, it was easy. And he didn't stop there. I'm blue. He was blue, and everyone was talking. My son is brilliant. Who could have known he was blue? I always said he was blue. It was obvious. His blue ocean really lifted me. All of his work makes me happy. His blue strawberries are my favorites. He's so intense. I'm going to make a green lizard with him, a really big one. I hear he's working on a huge new project. He's really reaching for the sky. So I'm going to go to the visualize part because we need to fill that in. So I'm imagining the part in the story where purple asks red to make a blue ocean. So make sure yours looks like mine right here. If you need to pause, rewind, that's okay. I'm going to spell it out for you. Purple, P-U-R-P-L-E, asks red to make a blue ocean. Asks, A-S-K-S, red, R-E-D, to, T-O, make, M-A-K-E, A, blue, B-L-U-E, ocean, O-C-E.